couple of more minutes for other folks to join also. And thank you for Yash to get us live. Yeah, thank you, Yash. Just to confirm, Ritik or Yash, can you confirm whether or not I'm audible clearly?
Vivek, yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm keeping my video off just for that, so that I can stay in the meeting unless otherwise I may be, kicked out of the meeting due to low bandwidth. So yeah. Also, Satakshi, do you mind sharing a reminder in the website channel that the meeting has started?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. To get rid of some of the bots. Yeah, so let's get going. I welcome you all once again to Layfresh Websites meeting. This is a weekly meeting that happens on Monday every week, and we talk about various websites item and also the work in progress assistant items. So we have a couple of items today to discuss, but yeah, if you have any item, any open PRs or issues or any design system stuff that you want to talk about, please do make sure you write them here in this meeting minutes. I'll make sure that I share this link in chat. And also don't forget to write your name in the attendees list so as to mark your attendance. And also if you have quiet background and great bandwidth, you can also open your webcam. Apologies, I will have to keep my video off just so that I stay in the meeting. It's a pretty unstable at the moment, so I think we are good to go. But before that, let's take a look for any newcomer on the call so they can introduce themselves. So I see Sangram. Is it the first time that you're joining Websites meeting?
Yeah, that's that. I'm just joining for the first time, trying to get a feel of what happens, and I think Sandra wanted to kind of go through the PR that she was working on. So if she's online later on, maybe I think you have that on the list. So that's probably something that that's where I'll pitch in maybe.
Great.
Thanks.
First of all, welcome to the call. And do you mind sharing your tech stack and where are you from?
Sure. Thank you. So I'm Sangram, and I'm mostly a cloud architect and technology advisor by by job, you can say. And I recently stumbled upon Meshri and found it a bit relevant to some of the work that I do, where I kind of have to show some of the not so technical people how a cloud native design looks like, and I found it to be a bit relevant compared to draw.io or something like that, right? So, and I saw some help needed around documentation. So I've been working in the space for quite some time, over 18 years, and over a decade in the cloud space and all of that. And I've spent quite a bit of time generating content and writing courseware and things like that. So documentation is an area of interest for me, and I found there are some help needed items there, and I kind of decided to pitch in. I do have limited bandwidth though with a lot of these things, but I'll try to join this call as much as I can, and probably spend more time with the documentation. So, thanks.
Yeah. Great, and thanks, and also thank you for jumping into the tutorials issues, and that's really helpful. I understand that you have limited availability, but I'll also encourage you to join Wednesday's Mystery Relevant meeting where we talk about everything related to Mystery, the Cloud Native Manager. So I think there will be some items that you can potentially take on there and contribute to the community. So yeah, once again, thanks a lot
Sure.
for joining the call. Sangram?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
Yep. Okay, so I'll take a look again and the participants. So Deepak, is it the first time that you're joining Websites meeting? If yes, do you mind sharing about yourself?
Hey guys, I'm joining this call first time. I mean, this meeting. I mean, a layer 5 website meeting first time. I mean, I am a DevOps and cloud enthusiast. I do some programming and stuff. I generally build stuff like which are useful to people. Into that, I'm also a freelancer and currently doing a freelancing. Also, I'm building some product on cloud cost optimization visually. I think Meshri is helping me immensely in that process also. I mean, I'm integrating some Meshri tools. I'm trying to integrate that into our ecosystem also. I mean, that fits perfectly fine. Absolutely, that is why that is a thing I have. I mean, I am very much into how to solve the problems of the customers who are there. That is my introduction.
Great. And it's really amazing to know how Mishri is helping you, Deepak. So once again, welcome to the call. And I think we don't have any more newcomer today, so let's roll with the agenda items. And yeah, once again, like if you have not written your name yet, so please do so. I'm sure Satakshi will be dropping this meeting minutes in chat. Yeah. So with that, first item is from Laksh on layer5.io. So Laksh, do you mind sharing your update?
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Screen is visible, right? Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I built most of the pages I think on the Figma design are complete, except one or two maybe. But color spacing and typography I've added, and some designs were still not there, but they had navigation buttons. So I've added just this text on those pages. Like about section was like on the navigation, but there was no dedicated page for about. So I added this fall through text. Next, I've added the components page, which the search is also working, and this takes to the respective component page. And these components I'm importing from the package. So yeah, this is like the progress till now. So I had a couple of things to discuss. First was like on the system package, I couldn't find the dark theme version of these buttons. Like for example, this is like a button, but I couldn't find how I can make this, for dark theme. I could only find a primary version of a button, but the primary version didn't had different colors from based on theme. So yeah, and the text input page I need to work on next. Apart from that, like content wise, most of the things are complete. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, yeah, great progress. Like by the way,
Yep.
I guess we don't have Rex on the phone, right? Okay, so we do. Yeah, all right. So yeah, Lakshay, if you can show that mobile version as well.
Okay, of this page, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, by the way, for the context, like Assistant is one of our site for which is our in-house design system for those who don't know. So this is basically about our design system that we have. So Lakshay is working on building the website for it, and Rex has worked on the UI design of this. So yeah, yeah, if we can reduce the spacing, Lakshay, from the left and right side, because right now the card is very small in the mobile view, so we can use the space.
Yeah,
And,
okay, I will increase that.
yeah, and for the learn more, I guess we have it's just a text. It doesn't look much like it's a clickable thing or something. So if you can, we use that couple green. So if you can use that couple green and arrow icon. So
Okay,
uh,
okay, I'll add arrow icon.
yeah, because right now, if you just hover over it, then only we show that we are showing over here that underlined. So it's not from the
Yeah.
until you have hovered over it, so it's not quite clear. All right, previous. Yeah, but all other pages you have started.
Like these are like very similar on images.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Lakshay. I got in here late. I was hearing something about you didn't get some colors for the dark theme. Is that correct?
Like that was from the package side, not on the design, but yeah, I mean the package didn't had like some, the dark theme version of the primary button. I meant that.
Okay, in the code package. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the assistant package.
Oh, okay. I think it's yet to be added. I think it's yet to be added. I guess that's the issue because if it's from the design end, both light and dark themes were designed for. That's on the one hand. Surely I'll do that. I see your comments. Apparently you're right. There's a need for audit, and maybe when I get to my topic, I'll discuss that because I already spoke with Tritik earlier and we were speaking about something similar about how the colors definitely need to be sifted through, much as we've done with typography already, but we'll get to that. On feedback, I don't know if these buttons are, okay, these are the currently available buttons, the field outline and the likes, yes?
Yeah, they are the currently available buttons in the package.
Because I mean, the specifications on the text says one thing, and then the buttons are saying another thing. For instance, this 56px, the button is supposed to have a height of 56 pixels, but it doesn't look like that from here. So, except that's the case, then I might be wrong.
Yeah, I mean this mismatch between like what the package provides and what is on the design. I mean, like if we see the buttons variants, they're slightly different here, but like for now I had to just import the buttons
from the package. We'll probably have to figure
like
that
for
out.
example, yeah, this button is like yellow background here, but on Assistant it is like no, it's only yellow text but not yellow background. So there's some mismatch. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll have to meet with them, maybe Abid and Sudanshu. I think they are the ones organizing systems from the code end. So We'll get to sort that
Yeah.
out and it's available for you, I presume. And like Lee said, we'll have that audit, so it will go both for the design and the development, and maybe before Wednesday we'd have some feedback on that. So thanks for your efforts. How about the text though? It's the same issue here. The text for the body text, it's all QueenLastSoft, yes.
No, body text is like fine, it changes with the theme. You mean the theme,
No, I'm not talking about color now.
right?
I was talking about the height of the buttons earlier. Now I'm talking about the typeface or the font of the body text. It's just QueenLastSoft. There's no open source available, is there?
Yeah, I mean, there's some mismatch like in text also, like it is in the uppercase in
Oh, not in lowercase, not in
but,
sentence case like this.
but it is here like in capitalized way.
Okay. We'll look into it, and you'll probably get feedback by message. I'm not sure where we might just touch on it on Wednesday or during the week. Before Wednesday, we should get feedback for you. I'll link up Abid and Sudhanshu later today.
Got it.
Thank you.
Any other feedback for Lakshya? I think not. So then thank you, Lakshya, for sharing.
Sorry, I wanted
Yeah.
to add one more thing if it's possible. Did you sort out the path to this?
No, I actually had to add that. It should be on the project, right? I will add a section
So
there.
if you go to the systems file, I redesigned the grid a bit for you to take a look.
Sorry, where should I go?
You have the systems file open on Figma, yes? Where you're
Okay.
picking the designs from. Yes. Okay, so if you zoom out, press Shift 1 on your PC, Shift 1. There you go. So you see far right there. I adjusted the grid and added systems in there. Maybe something you might try and see if that works.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so system should be on the top left.
Yeah. I don't know if this flies. Maybe we could get feedback on this. It's part of the things I wanted to discuss. So, but yeah, I felt the grid could be rearranged in this manner, and then you could but so far most of the implementation you did is really nice, and well done. Thanks for helping out.
So once again, thank you for sharing. Yeah, updates, Lakshya. Great work.
Thanks.
So next item is from Chaitanya about adding screenshots. So I'll take a look if we have Chaitanya on. I think we don't. So
No.
let's take a look anyways. Okay,
Vivek,
so
we can like ping them on Slack and we can cover the items for the people those are on the call.
yeah, okay, great. So yep, I'll make sure that I mention them in Slack.
Yeah, I'll mention them, you can continue.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Sravant also is not on the call. So then I'll take a look for Hunan, but he also is not. So then Rex, you are up next. Yeah, Rex is there. Rex, do you mind sharing your updates?
Yes, let me share my screen. All right, I already got major feedback from Lee on this, and the the changes to be made are here. This is supposed to be changed to the current community icon we have. And then the other issues were about the stroke on Meshi here at the background. So I didn't get the access to the icon. I couldn't find it. I searched. The only icon I got there was the PNG version, and I knew we are not supposed to use PNG for our design. So I still held out on adjusting that. And I was going to suggest in the same vein that we might want to consider watermarking our Meshi logos. And that was why I went ahead to have the design in this manner. For the most part, the body of the design is available, at least if we are trying to implement something and then iterate on it going down the line. You might want to consider having this implemented, because at least all we need is already currently on the page, at least for the most part, apart from the minor changes that have to be made with this icon, and then pending consideration on whether we can have our Meshi logo as a watermark that maybe can be used on certain or selected backgrounds, depending on the use case and how well it goes on that particular background. That is on the one hand. That's the updates on these brand designs. And of course, the mobile screens are available as well. I guess I should take feedback from this first before I move over to systems. Then we can discuss that.
Rex Lee has shared the community SVG, so you can like use that instead of using this, because it's totally different than what we use.
Where do you say I can get it? I tried finding it.
Yeah, Lee shared in the chat, so you can take directly from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get Shaurya is working on this, right? On the implementation of this brand page.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Yeah. So, did you get any update on this line?
None yet. I think he's waiting for the final designs. I think that's his hold up. And I get that I might have been the blocker at this point, and I want to apologize for that. But that's because of the lack of finality in the designs. Maybe slightly because of I couldn't get the assets I needed, and also because of there was the issue of the Meshi strokes, which I wanted to discuss, hopefully to get other views and see if it's something we could actually adopt.
Right. Okay. So like you can just directly download the assets and provide them in a zip to him.
Say again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can provide him in a zip format, like all the graphics at once, so that he can complete it, because it's been a while. Like.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like one more thing. Please ask that is Google Slides template. Like, did you updated the slides? The Meshi slide template that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I knew I was missing something. No, I did not. Yeah. There was that. I missed that.
Yeah. Okay. So like I've imported.
Yeah. Let's let Retik do that. The questions that you're asking there, it's about a 30-minute task. It's pretty quick.
Yeah. You don't have to do much. Like I already imported the slides from other Meshi templates.
Okay, cool. That's nice. So do I move over to the next update or?
Well, so Rex on this, let's drive it and let's get it done. Shaurya shouldn't be, if he's waiting for anything, it would just be the final rendering of the images, of which the background logo, the hero, can't use it. Maybe you've already said that, but just to be clear, we can't use that. Just take out the images. Don't do any more visual design. Just take out the visual design and leave the triangular or the trapezoidal or whatever it is shape, and that's it. Just take out all the designs, and you'd be fine. And he can implement. He can get it done. So yeah, get out of his way. Give him the things that he can get done. And he should. There should be a preview today. He should be here representing, and you should make sure that he is. you need to be driving it forward. We're on, is it, I don't know what month we're on for this single brand page, but it's, we're overdue. And so, when's the last time you spoke with him or gave him feedback on his implementation?
That'll be last week.
Yeah.
Not recent. Last week.
Yeah, but it was that you spoke with him. It wasn't that you gave feedback on his implementation, I'm assuming.
A bit of both, actually. A
Oh,
bit of both.
okay.
Because I sent him some materials, some assets that he could use. And then
Yeah,
I
that's-
eventually. So, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
That's yeah.
Okay. Next, I wanted to speak about layer 5 and the implementation of for now our styles and our variables anyway. So I've published the systems library. So it's supposed to be available now across all our design files, starting with that. So I got rid of the text styles. Initially, I was afraid because nothing will show. That was what I realized eventually. Nothing was going to be here for text styles if you're publishing from a library. But then if you're trying to get text in there, say hello, or I hope I spelled that correctly. I did. Interesting. Okay, so selecting from the style picker now, you can get to choose which text style you want, but it won't appear on the right sidebar. So that's for the text. So most text will be available here on layer 5. So if you come here and you don't see any text styles, just start typing and then come to the style picker and select the text style you want to use. There are about 14 in total. The last 2, you might not need to use them much because they are mostly when you're typing in code. So I choose them in code typeface because of the code snippets you might have later on. And then for the most part, the major typeface font sizes or major fonts are about 12 of them. So yeah, that has been added. And for the color, I decided to leave most of it.
Right. So on that though, so that's good that the text styles are found under text. That's where people should go to look for them. There's no caveat to be noted there, at least in my mind. You've added 12, wonderful. Have you reconciled the existing styles?
Text styles, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over to Ritik and we were cleared on having these ones because most of the existing ones didn't follow any specific pattern. So with these ones, you notice that.
So you've reconciled. So I'm just looking for a yes or you did reconcile all the existing styles,
Yes.
and I'm only referring to text styles because you're only speaking to text styles at the moment. And so, right. So there's only 12 text styles, and that's it throughout this design file and the rest of the design files.
Yes, from Systent, exported from Systent to all of their 5 design files. So there's 12 of that, and then 2 extra, but they won't be used mostly. They just be used for code text if you're writing in code text. So they won't be majorly used like the other 12. That's what I'm trying to say.
Annotations from designers.
Say again.
Annotations from designers. So when you annotate a given design inside of Figma, is there one that's designated for that?
That will most likely be caption text. If I get you correctly, it should be this caption text, I think. I don't know what you mean by annotations. You mean when you're designing something and you're trying to make notes?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what it is, except it has another. Yeah. Okay, so there's caption category, there's for the body, there's for headings. I think mostly anyone will suffice depending on your use case. So it's just text. That's the thing. Since it's an annotation, it doesn't necessarily have to have a specific style assigned to it, at least to the best of my knowledge.
Right. No, it doesn't necessarily have to, but it facilitates an understanding of everyone who's looking at it, that these are simply notes off to the side to comprehend and understand the behaviors of Also, if you, to the extent that you're suggesting, well, it could be this one, or it could be that one, to me intimates that no, these text styles have not been pervasively reconciled across the design. So it's not just about it's about the designs themselves and ensuring that, yeah, the text that they're using has been updated to these new presets. That might take a little while longer, and that's completely expected.
Maybe
But
I can create a group for annotation specifically and then move those ones that are intended for that purpose under that category. That
sounds great.
right.
Sounds great. Yeah.
I'll get that done.
But more than that, just to be clear, because what I'm asking right now, I don't think was necessarily clear before. So to be clear, the next update, like it's one thing that all of the text styles themselves have been updated. That's wonderful. And then it's the next step there would be to ensure that all of the designs themselves of the text that they're using, that text has been aligned to one of the 12.
For that, I think we can achieve that with ongoing designs, and we might not need, might not necessarily about the modular ones.
No, nope. You're just going to leave confusion. Like, nope. Do a thorough job. Do a high quality job. Eradicate. Go back and take pride in it. It's going to take a little while to go back, but don't leave any a stone unturned. Don't leave any question that it's okay to continue to use and propagate one of the other former slides. What will inevitably happen is someone will come in and take a copy of an existing design that's antiquated, not using the 12. And then we're going to end up back here in this discussion of a surprised state of like, well, I didn't know that we were using a 15th and a 16th, but I guess that we aren't. Right? And so, and someone would stand back and say, well, I just took a copy from the existing one, and they would be on solid ground, or what they thought was on solid ground, but on quality, not, of poor quality ground. So, yeah.
Sure. I'll get that open. That's fine. That works. Okay, so that's for texts. Then for the colors, I left most of the gradients untouched because I remember coming here to this file to get one of the gradients that I used in a previous design, and so I hadn't figured out which of these gradients are in use yet or are no longer in use. However, for the colors from Systems, they are already available here. The only issue is they are at the bottom of the entire list. So you'd have to scroll to the very end before you'd see the one from Systems Design System. And that's basically because most of the gradients are up top here. And I think I'll still need to speak with Ritik and finalize on these color aspects. We are not entirely sure which to leave and which to get rid of, or because of the current use, and gradients are still mostly in use for most of our designs. So yeah, that was a bit of an issue, but for the most part, all the colors are here, down here. So if you need a color, for instance, the brand text, you can go in there, pick it up, whichever it is, but you'll be using system variables for both text, for elements, and every other thing in between. So this has been done here on layer 5's file, and also the cleanup is ongoing on Mesh UI. But I understand that Mesh UI has a bit more.
How does on-brand work across? So if you're in Nighthawk and on-brand is a different color, how does that work in terms of getting it to the correct color?
For instance, this is the light mode, mind you. Say we have a frame, okay, and the brand color is this for light mode. So on brand, if you're having a text on the brand, mostly for buttons, this will be the text you'd have on the brand color for light mode. Then in dark mode, it adjusts accordingly. It swaps out. So now we have a different tone of the green on dark mode. And on dark mode, the text is too dark because of.
That's great. No, but I'm saying, yeah, what I'm questioning is the naming of the text, the colors themselves. If in the central theme, it's called on brand and it's not called Keppel green, it takes a little while for people to come to understand kind of what on brand means. And my assumption was like, oh, you want to call it on brand, not a specific color, because the on brand varies from site to site. And so depending upon what site you're in, on brand would be of a different, and so that's why I'm asking, like, if Nighthawk's website, its on brand was of a different color, how would that work? It seems like, so I guess
Go ahead.
And so my question is, why don't call these things what they literally are instead of on brand?
But that would be taking it away from semantic naming, no? Because now we're trying to name it based on the function.
Yeah, it would, and that's what I'm trying to understand. Well, how is that better?
Well, it's better now because the way these texts are scoped, especially here in Figma, so this on brand is specific or is
I get it.
Only for the text. So it only shows when you have text. For instance, if I come up here and for the frame now, and I'm trying to get an.
Yep, I get it now. But yep, so my question is, how does this work across brands, or it doesn't? Across
it's the same way, except
projects.
Nighthawk has a different color palette or a different set of colors. Then we'd adjust it accordingly. Here in the
so how do you adjust it?
Oh, yeah, okay, it's here. So this is like the blueprint of most of it here in systems. Let me expand this. It's more.
So you'd end up making a new set of variables specific to that site?
You can just create a new entry here. If you need a specific color, you can create a new entry and then map out the colors for dark mode and light mode.
Yeah, so you'd end up making a new set specific to that site. Okay, it's not.
I'm not sure it's a new set per se, because it can just be one entry that is different from the other colors. It doesn't have to be you're changing everything. It might just change one color. That's what I mean.
Yeah, one set out of the whole thing. Yeah, I mean it wouldn't just be one color. Yeah, so then that's okay. I'm trying to come to understand how far the system helps, how it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, maybe I pointed this out to Ritik earlier. Maybe we definitely have to go back in and adjust the naming to be something that even the devs will understand as well. We've not done that yet, because most of this is just most of what I as a designer will understand, and mostly other designers will understand. So like I said, I'm reaching out to Abid and Sudhanshu, mostly primarily before the day runs out. I should get through to them and we should have the conversation. I also plan to speak with Ritik as well. We scheduled to speak earlier. So yeah, mostly we should get it done for Wednesday, I presume.
Yeah, Rex.
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. So like you are saying to add a new entry inside the colors. So let's like Lee is pointing out that if we have two different colors on our, like Nighthawk, a little bit different. So the problem will be like we have a Keppel green, like example, we will be having two different colors in a symbol set. So it's better to have a set for like a mesh map for a set that we can use only for the mesh map, and for the Nighthawk, like we can have the set that will.
Okay, so one for each product then. One set for each product.
Yeah, this way, like we will be sure that if we are working on a Nighthawk, then these colors will be only specific to these. So we will not mix with the other brand, other project colors in it.
I think that should work.
Yeah, and basically most will be the same, but yeah, there was some colors. So that's why like we should know if we are adding the color inside the same thing, then we should not add the name as a on brand something.
I'm trying to understand this. Do the other products have different primary brand colors apart from Keppel, the Keppel green, the saffron, and the Caribbean? Or is it all the same? I'm trying to, why I'm pointing this out is, yeah, Vic, we'll be wrapping up in a second. Why I'm pointing this out is the redundancy that we might have if we are having different sets, but mostly they are comprised of the same colors.
Same colors, right?
So
Like,
if we go ahead
so
to have
like,
different sets, okay, go ahead.
yeah, right, most of them will be the same, like with some colors. So like we can, instead of that we already pointed out, like instead of saying on brand, like we should name something else, like not
Okay.
specific.
Different name. Yeah, different name. Got it. All right. Yeah. We'll look into that. That's what I've been working on most of today, and I'll probably look to round it off. Yeah. So, all right. More feedback, I guess. Anything else I missed? All right.
So let's wait for
Very
5 more.
Yeah, one more
Please
thing I
go ahead.
guess Rex left is that the variables for rounded corners and
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes,
and
there's
padding.
that as well. So there's also variables for that. So there are currently 5. Recently I was designing and I felt maybe we could add more. So mostly the control, for those who don't know, the control to use any of the variables for color, any kind of number, and yeah, color and any type of number is usually this icon here. So if you click on the variable icon, comes up, you can select the radius you want. There's also specifications for gap as well. So let's say this was an auto layout and we have this as a duplicate here. We can change this distance, space between elements, by applying a variable, and we have our gap variables here that we can use to do that. We can also do that for padding as well. So vertical padding and horizontal padding. So yeah, there's also a number of variables there. So I missed that. Thanks for pointing that out. Thank you.
Thank you, Rex, for sharing your updates. Okay, so let's go ahead, and next item is from Satakshi. So Satakshi, do you mind sharing your update?
Yes, so I was working on an issue. I just wanted to show that. Let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, please go ahead.
So I was working on this issue. I wanted to ask that which images needs to be added. I made some suggestions on Slack. So should I continue with these images or should I make some more suggestions? This is first one, this is second. But this we are not. This one and this one. 4 images are there for this block.
Okay, I think it would make more sense to have images, specific to this page, what this page is trying to say. But about the second, image that you have, and that says Service Mesh Manager, we shouldn't be using that, at least not with that text in it.
Yeah.
Let's.
So I was thinking to add the mystery logo here, and in the catalog part, I was thinking to add the catalog image over here.
Yes, this makes sense.
So
And also
should
the
I?
top level, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Also the top level image, I'm not sure whether we should be using Mystery logo there, but yeah, let's get feedback on this one.
Yeah, I didn't find something to put on top. Should I add?
Any thoughts on this from anyone?
Yep. I guess I missed like Satakshi, if you can share what images you want.
So I was working on this issue. We
Not
had
the
to,
issue, no, sorry, not the issue, like images.
yeah. These are the images. This I am going to put here. Below this, what is Mishri? And we have this. We have this. This I'm going to put in the catalog, Mishri catalog one, and this one in the patterns, Mishri patterns.
Good, right? I think you can skip the Meshri logo image like on the what is my.
Okay. So
Yeah.
should I go ahead with these two, or should I some?
Yeah, you can use these images.
Okay. That's only I wanted to discuss. I'll made a PR for this.
Yeah, one more thing, like if you can remove that white background.
So this one,
not this one, like if you go back to the patterns page, patterns is screenshot.
this one.
Yeah, like, is that screenshot the Slack or is there a white lab?
Yeah, there's a drop shadow behind that image. She
Okay.
won't have success doing that
Alright.
without making it look
Alright.
bubbly. Satakshi, you know, he's not talking about the Meshri logo since you guys just agreed not to use it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not using that one, so that one's not in question, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll ask the question for the third time. So the Meshri logo is not in question because you guys just agreed not to use that one, correct? Oh boy.
Yeah. I didn't understand. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's no problem, no problem. I think that you'll have a real challenge trying to remove the shadow here. Likely, Ritik is suggesting to not have the shadow here because the other one doesn't have a shadow.
Right.
Okay.
It might be a way of accepting and trying to achieve his ask is to ask him if it would be okay if you added a shadow, a drop shadow to the other one, so that way they're a uniform set. That might be what he's shooting for, is uniformity.
Or other thing, like you can use it, like we have a markup for this page, so it's better we can use that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll use that one.
Yep. The drop shadows are intended to be pretty, by the way. I mean, they're intentional. I don't know if this is the reason that you wouldn't want to use the Meshri logo, but in my mind, you don't want to use the Meshri logo as the hero image of the blog post because the site itself already has the Meshri logo right next to it. So it would just be two logos right after one after the other. Go back to your draft blog post for a second. Rather to your build preview of your draft blog post for a second.
No, I have not built a preview yet.
Okay, go to the fourth tab that you have in your browser.
Yeah, this one.
Is this not okay? So this is the current blog post then.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you set your zoom level to 100%? Cool. If you scroll to the top. Yeah, and if you use the Meshri logo there, it would be just kind of two logos right next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in my mind, it looks like a higher quality post when the two screenshots are consistent. And so, yeah, whether they have shadows or not, either way, usually something that has a shadow has been more consideration has been given to its aesthetics than one that doesn't. Just, but either way, don't get it wrong. Don't make them of less quality than they are now. Whether you're trying to eliminate the shadow from the second one or you're trying to add a shadow to the first. If you add a shadow to the first, make sure it's done in a similar fashion as to how it's done in the second. Those details matter, just like that tagline and its use of that logo matters. you're aware, but it's worth restating for everyone else here, I think including Rex, who maybe ran into this issue recently, is any logos, whether they're layer 5 or Meshry or any of the rest, we just the versions that have the tagline, they're antiquated. So if you bump into those, help us eradicate them or help us remove them from as a choice. Just get those all deleted.
Sure.
Cool. That's great. Thanks for going back to put in a couple of images. It really helps spice up the blog post.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dakshay. I'll share my screen. So I see Naga is back. Has just joined. So do you mind sharing your updates, Chaitanya?
Hi everyone, I'm Nagasek. I've been working on the space of updating screenshots in business integration. So I just raised 5 years. I will update all the images in the respective organization. Actually, someone.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but you are barely audible, Chaitanya. Also, it would be helpful if you share your screen. So. I think we just lost Chaitanya, I guess. So.
No, he's muted. Okay, he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chaitanya, so like you were not clearly audible. I was saying that it would be helpful if you can share your screen and then present your items, right?
So actually, I'm out actually now. So
okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now.
So I don't have my any laptop or phone device. Like I only have the phone with me. So I just updated the images in respective sections of cloud events and different other integrations of Meshry. So Sandra actually looked at it and approved the PR as well. So can you just check on that once? Yeah. The second one. And so I updated 4 images, about 2 visualizers and 2 designs, 2 in black and 2 in white.
Yeah, great. I wonder if Sandra has anything to share on this one. As you're saying, she has reviewed, so if not, so thank you for contributing.
There is a preview link in the bottom, I guess.
This is for Chaos Mess.
Yeah, Vivek, if you go to the dark mode screenshot.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So do these images work, or should I work on taking other images as well?
Yeah, like you have to retake the screenshot for in the dark mode, because like I guess you are using some theme or something, because that mesh map logo is off, and like the whole screen mesh map canvas is like off. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just update the black images, right? On the ones with the black thing.
Right. Dark mode looks like it's totally off from what we all have. Like, maybe because of something you are using.
Sure. I'll just make changes accordingly. So it's the same in, like I took 4 set of screenshots and I just updated the images. So I'll make changes in the black themed versions.
Yeah. Also, like make sure like all the images are visible, because if you look at the Vivek, if you go to the light mode version of the visualizer, yeah, over here you can see that design icon is visible but in the dark mode, a screenshot images are not all are not available.
Sure, I'll make sure those will be applied while I'm taking the screenshots of dark mode.
Great.
Sure, then I'll just make the changes and raise the PR again. That works.
You can like change the images and commit in the same PR.
Sure, I'll do that. Yeah.
Thanks, Chaitanya.
I think that's it from my side.
Yeah, and thank you for contributing, Chaitanya. So I think that's it on Lifehack.io, and now it's the time for assistant related items. So this is a good first issue that I'll be dropping in chat if in case any one of you want to take.
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy to take it.
Yeah, thank you. So you can
Yeah,
find
thank you so much.
Yep, you can find the link in chat and you can comment there. So then we'll assign you. So once again, thank you, Chaitanya. So this, I don't think we have Sudhanshu on call, but yep, this is an item from Rudraksh. So Rudraksh, do you mind? Let's check.
Hello, yeah. Just a second, sorry.
Hey, sorry, I just accidentally got out. Do you have anything, Vivek, from your end?
No, that was all.
Hello, I have returned.
Yeah, please go ahead, Rudraksh.
Yeah, sorry. So, should I share my screen?
Yep, please go ahead.
Sure. Just a second. Is my screen visible?
It's like yes, your screen is, but we don't need to ask for like whether the you are audible or whether your screen is visible or not, because if it's not the case, then surely someone will point out. And also, like, we just have $2 fine just in case, so you'll be charged $2 today. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry. I'm very sorry. Yeah, so initially what had happened when I was adding the new filter component, I had added the material UI library to the system project, and then during my build, I had figured out the universal filter component that there was, it was missing a variant prop that was necessary, which was giving a type error. So I had at that time when I was writing the PR, I had hard coded the outline property for the variant, but I have replaced this with a variant prop in the prop types of the universal component. So that's just it. Otherwise, the DCO error has been resolved, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And I see Sudhanshu has also left some reviews, so I'm sure that you'll be incorporating those too. And thank you for sharing updates, Rudraksh.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, please go ahead if you have any question.
No questions. I was just saying I have resolved the other things that Sudhanshu had written in the reviews. So yes, that's it.
Thank you for sharing your updates.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is done, and now this is cool for volunteers. Let's check it out. I'll put this link in chat. Yep. So we are putting efforts to making our assistant. And so if you would want to contribute into this area, so there's this issue link that I put in chat. You can go and take any one of these. So this one is the good first one. You can comment and we'll assign you.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So then now to docs.industry.io, this is again a help wanted item, and that I'll put in chat for you to take a look. And next up, these are broken links found. So do we have Deepak on call who might want to talk about these? Or if not, yeah, please go ahead.
I mean, yes, that's a mess. Okay, fine. I'm doing from my mobile. I mean, that's a problem. Okay.
Yeah, so we need to make sure that these links aren't broken, but yeah, so like if they are broken, so let's ensure that they are not. You can just send a direct PR and tag any one of the maintainers, or also like including me, and we'll get that fixed ASAP. So thank you for reporting these ones, Deepak. Any other item you have that you want to discuss?
I mean, I want to contribute in the relationships. I mean, to have outside of a Kubernetes like Fluentd and all these things. I want to contribute to that. I mean, I have read this documentation properly, thoroughly.
Okay. Have you talked to either Ripple or Shubham who are actively working on this area? You also can collaborate. You can ask them questions on discuss.layer5.io, or you can just simply put a message in Slack saying that expressing your interest in working in this area. So definitely
Fine.
they will guide you.
Fine, fine.
Also, I recommend joining Wednesday's Mystery Relevant meeting where we talk about all the projects related stuff related to mystery. So that will be helpful, and you might get some good facilities to work on. So yeah, thank you, Deepak. And now this is item from Sandra. So Sandra, do you mind quickly sharing this update? Also, I'll check first if Sandra is on the call. Yep, she is. Sandra, you are on mute.
Hello,
Yeah,
can you
please
all
go
hear
ahead.
me? Sorry, Vivek. I just had to. It's really hard not to ask if you can be heard. All right, so my PR is related to the playground PR, which I managed to somewhat complete, but obviously with feedback being welcome. I noticed that my last PRs, my last commits rather, did not have rather preview generated. So the one person that was so gracious enough to give feedback gave feedback based on pretty old previews, and so not the current previews. So I'm not too sure how, unless of course you clone the project and then clone the fork in order to see that, if that's a way to do so. So yeah, pretty much complete in my end. Questions?
For sharing, I'll be taking a look at this, Sandra. So this is the PR that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
If you
and as you get,
if you scroll down,
and as you can see, these are the last PRs 4 days ago. There is no preview generated like these previous ones.
If you Sandra, just a small request, if you go to the bottom.
How much the bottom? The tests, or
you see the merge conflicts there. They're
yes.
Not to clear. You can try resolving these conflicts, and then probably the thing will happen.
I did take a look at them, but this doesn't show up in my VS Code, so I'm unsure. It's the first time I'm seeing this.
Yeah, so this happens,
in
when
a
you
PR.
work. Yep. So yeah, so let's take it in Slack.
All right.
Yep. So I'll share my screen once again. Thank you for finishing the tutorial, Sandra. So thank you, everyone. I will just meet you, Sandra. Yep. So we are already on time, but before we say bye, I want to share this calendar. I will also put this link in chat. So if you subscribe to this calendar by hitting that big fat yellow button, so it will send you all the meeting updates, just like this, development meeting on Wednesday, and every week we have newcomers meeting. You can jump in if you want to get an overview. So you will get all updates related to these meetings if you subscribe to community calendar. So if that helps you. So I'll once again thank you all for joining today's meeting, and we'll see you next Monday if you will join. Till then, bye everyone.